Light and intense color is a trademark of Terry Redlin's work. It's a signature that he works hard to achieve.
That heavier type mood scenes, it's what I really are drawn to. I think they're more challenging to paint. When I do a painting like this, the fun part of it is the different light sources that I can dream up. I have quite a few light sources, and it's just that nice, it gives a warm, fuzzy feeling to the whole painting.
Another glowing Redlin work that is very popular is Golden Retreat. As a conservationist and generous supporter, Terry has contributed over $28 million to Ducks Unlimited with prints such as this.
It had just happened to be the 50th anniversary for Ducks Unlimited. And it was their golden anniversary, and I thought, well, what would be fitting? And when it hit me was, yeah, golden sunset with the yellows and the oranges, and then call it one of my retreat paintings, the Golden Retreat.
With a mix of wildlife and Americana art, Terry's work evokes emotion on many different levels, from people who remember a time gone by to those who want to get a sense of what it must have been like.
It's another one from my early day memories. When I was little, I remember riding in the car when my folks would go to farm card parties, you know, at the cabs and the farms in the area. And I love the feeling of, especially when I was coming home from the parties at night, when I'd lay in the back seat in my mother's lap, you know, and then they'd be talking in the car and listening to her sound, you know, coming through like that. It was so muffled, I'd sleep so hard. And I thought, oh, you know, I just loved those times.
Another memory of Terry Redlin's is his love for nature and the animals that surrounded him during his rural upbringing. Geese and ducks are always popular figures, but deer are Terry's favorite.
I wouldn't know of anybody that wouldn't like a deer just looking at them. They're beautiful, they're proportioned, and they're very adaptable as well. Like they can live with man extremely well. There's more deer now in the country than there were when we first came over, a lot more. And it's because of their adaptability to making changes and adjustments. A lot of animals can't. Deer really have a sixth sense when it comes to knowing where they're safe. And they can't read the sign up there of no hunting, but they know if they go beyond the tree, they got to be very cautious wherever they're going. And they know the parameters of their whole sanctuary area. The sun is setting, they're getting the last strips of light through the trees in the painting. And when I've been out deer hunting on stand, I love that time and that feeling, because the wind always goes down and it gets very moody and quiet.
Another common theme in Terry Redlin's work is the comfortable cabin in the woods. This romantic, rustic cabin was actually based on an historical cabin that Terry saw in Pioneer Park in Montevideo, Minnesota.
Lean-to shed is what I called it. And that was the basis for the architecture of so many of my retreat paintings. And then I got a little more sophisticated later on with the log buildings and everything, but that's where it originated.
Pioneer Park was also the inspiration for a bank, a gazebo, and a small-town Main Street. Whether Terry's ideas come from old buildings, his memories, or something he captured with his camera, the result is a compilation of life.
Basically, the secret is to establish that whole mood. And I start by just really roughing in everything, roughing in the trees. Sometimes it's just a few lines on a canvas that I put on. Other times I give a little more detail. I block it in darks and lights, and then just start working back and forth over the whole scene. I only work with the basic colors, cyan, magenta, and yellow, and I mix everything from that, my blacks and everything. So the whole painting is just three colors, is all it is, really. But you know, with those three combinations, you can make a million hues of it. It's the attitude of the figures that you try to achieve. And you can get a whole language in the attitude of the kids. Like these two kids here, when I get that completed, they'll have the feeling of they're seeing the deer. These two, see. The others are watching the fire, and all these are, and these kids are toasting the marshmallows, but these are the only two here that will kind of have the tie-in with the deer. They'll know something's up there.
For the small-town boy from Watertown, dreams of the outdoors come to life on the canvas. It's Terry's dream to bring nature to his subjects and warmth to his art. After several consecutive years of being voted America's most popular artist, Terry still gets the most joy from pleasing people.
That's a great award. That the object of what I was doing when I started out as a commercial artist and then turning as commercial illustration and art director, then being able to paint on my own, and hopefully I want to please people. I'm a people pleaser. And that award is like I did what I wanted to do, you know, by pleasing a lot of the people and that they enjoy the work. And that's kind of all of it really for me.